In Madagascar, Gen Z protesters who toppled the president are now turning their anger toward the new military rulers. It began as a protest over water and power shortages in Antananarivo, but within days, it exploded into a youth-led revolution. Elite soldiers defected. The president fled the country. Colonel Michael Randrianarina has taken over, but young protesters say, not so fast. They accuse the military of hijacking their victory. They want inclusion in the transition, not another round of corruption wearing a new face. The question is, will the new leadership truly hand power back to civilians or repeat history? Viewers, what do you think? Is changing the leader enough, or must the system itself be rebuilt? M23 fighters surrender. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, there are signs of both war and peace. The army says several M23 rebel officers and more than 30 fighters have surrendered. This comes just days after a ceasefire monitoring deal was signed in Doha, Qatar. But don't celebrate too soon. Eastern Congo remains volatile, villages still under threat, and civilians still fleeing. The United Nations says both M23 and government forces have been accused of war crimes. Even worse, rebels are said to be forcing miners to work without pay in gold fields they control. These surrenders could mean the rebel ranks are breaking, or it could just be a pause before another storm. Zimbabwe, term limit controversy. In Zimbabwe, the ruling ZANU-PF party has resolved to extend President Emerson Mnangagwa's term to 2030. His current term ends in 2028, but the party now wants to amend the constitution. Supporters call it stability. Critics call it a power grab. Opposition groups say this is how democracy dies, one amendment at a time. And even inside ZANU-PF, tensions are rising between factions loyal to the president and those around Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. If Zimbabwe succeeds in extending presidential rule beyond the legal limit, it could set another dangerous precedent across Africa. Would you support a term extension if the argument is for stability? Let us know below. Kenya. The gold storage debate. Now to Kenya, where the central bank is exploring a new move, storing the nation's gold reserves abroad. Discussions are ongoing with the Bank of England as Kenya looks to diversify its foreign reserves beyond the US dollar. It's a strategic financial decision, but one that raises big questions. Why should Africa's gold be stored overseas? What happens if the West freezes or delays access, as seen with other nations? And why not build strong vaults and storage systems here in Africa? Supporters say it's about global confidence and liquidity. Critics say it's another sign that Africa still doesn't trust itself to manage its own wealth.